Yeah, understanding our car a little bit better, try to be closer to the front. Our worst weekend.
Listen, guys, the greatest driver on the planet is being held hostage, not by his rivals, but by his own car? Suzuka 2026 was supposed to be Max's kingdom, his track, his crowd, his win. But instead, we watched him start P11, fight a car he called completely undrivable, and finish P8. Orange Army, I know you're hurting right now, but before you give up, is Christian Horner coming back? Is Red Bull about to wake up? Stay with me. This one's for you. Let's break it down. But before, hit that like button and subscribe for more F1 breakdown. The pain. Acknowledge the hurt. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend everything is fine, because it's not, and you already know that. Suzuka qualifying was a disaster. Max got knocked out in Q2, started P11, and the car felt like he was driving on ice. He literally said the car was completely undrivable. And this is Max Verstappen saying that, the guy who made a Red Bull fly for 4 straight years. And the worst part? This isn't even Max's fault. He's doing everything right. He's pushing, he's fighting, he's giving 100% every single lap. But when your car doesn't respond, there's only so much even the best driver in the world can do. So if you're angry, if you're frustrated, if you feel like throwing your orange jersey in the bin, that feeling is completely valid. But don't do it yet, because the story is not over. And you know what makes this even harder to watch? Max is not complaining. He's not pointing fingers at his engineers on the radio. He's not throwing his team under the bus in press conferences. He's just quietly doing his job, lap after lap, trying to find something, anything in a car that isn't giving him what he needs. That kind of professionalism honestly deserves more respect than it's getting right now. The real problem, Horner. Where are you? Here's the honest conversation we need to have, because I think you deserve the truth. Red Bull's 2026 car, the RB22, has significant shortcomings. That's not me being dramatic. That's coming from inside the team itself. The aerodynamic balance is off, the grip levels are inconsistent, and on a high-speed technical circuit like Suzuka, that's basically a death sentence. Now, and I want you to really think about this. Where is Christian Horner in all of this? Say what you want about the drama around him, but when Horner was fully in control, Red Bull built the most dominant car in F1 history. 4 Constructors' Championships, 4 Drivers' titles for Max. The 2023 car won 21 out of 22 races. 21 out of 22. That kind of machine doesn't happen by accident. That happens because of leadership, culture, and obsession with detail. Right now, Red Bull feels like a team that's lost its identity a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, if Horner was back at full power, this car situation looks very different. Something to think about.
The history. This is Max's track. Now let's talk about something that the media is completely ignoring right now. Suzuka is not just any circuit for Max Verstappen. This place is basically his second home. From 2022 to 2025, 4 consecutive wins at Suzuka. Nobody else has done that in the modern era. Nobody. And here's something even crazier. Max's qualifying lap from 2025, a 1:26.983. That is still the fastest lap in Suzuka's entire history. The track record still belongs to him. One bad weekend doesn't erase 4 years of dominance on this exact piece of tarmac. And it's not just Max. Red Bull as a team has 8 wins at Suzuka. That's more than McLaren, more than Ferrari, more than anyone in Formula One history. So when people say Red Bull is finished at Suzuka, the history books are literally laughing at that take. One bad race doesn't rewrite history. What it does is remind you how high the standard was and how badly we want to see it again. And that brings me to something really important.
Okay, now this is the part Orange Army has been waiting for. Because there is genuinely real hope here. And I'm not just saying that to make you feel better. First 5 weeks, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia got canceled, which means Red Bull now has a 5-week development window before Miami. 5 weeks of factory time, simulator runs, and aero updates. Max himself said, hopefully after Japan we can make some big steps. He believes it, so should we. Second, The FIA's new regulations
Actually include catch-up mechanics for teams that are behind on engine and aero development. Red Bull officially has more development freedom right now than the teams ahead of them. The rules are literally designed to help them close the gap. And third, and this is the big one, remember 2025? Red Bull was being destroyed by McLaren mid-season. Everyone was writing the obituary. And then Max went on a run. 6 wins in the last 9 races. He came within 2 points of the title. If he did it once, Orange Army, he can absolutely do it again. And here's one more thing people are sleeping on. Miami is a completely different type of circuit compared to Suzuka. It's a street-style layout, lower speeds, different aero demands. The problems that destroyed Red Bull at Suzuka may not even show up the same way in Miami. So this 5-week window is not just about fixing the car, it's also about finding a circuit where these weaknesses hurt them less. The calendar itself might be doing Red Bull a favor right now.
Max's mentality, the champion's mind. Here's what separates Max from every other driver on the grid, and honestly from most humans in general. While fans are panicking, while media is writing him off, while the comment sections are on fire, Max Verstappen is calm, focused, working. His own words, "We remain calm, we're very focused. No panic, no drama, no excuses, just work." This is the same guy who, at 18 years old, won his debut race for Red Bull at Spain from a completely unexpected position. This is the same guy who fought Lewis Hamilton to the last lap of the last race of 2021. Pressure doesn't break Max, it builds him. So if the driver himself hasn't given up, what are we doing losing faith? What happens next? So let's bring it all together. Suzuka hurt. Yes. The car is struggling. Yes. Red Bull needs to find answers fast. Absolutely yes. But Max's Suzuka legacy is untouchable. The 5-week window is real. The catch-up rules are in Red Bull's favor, and the man himself is locked in. My honest opinion? I think we're going to look back at this Suzuka weekend as the turning point, the moment before the comeback started. Red Bull has done it before, and Max has done it before. But here's the question I want to leave you with. If Christian Horner came back tomorrow, would that actually fix Red Bull's 2026 problems? Or is it too late for that now? Drop your answer in the comments. Orange Army, we don't quit.